Hey everybody, I just have a couple more holiday projects to show you. This is a gift tag that I made for my sister, and I've added some custom trinket pins my friend Fiona sent me, and some twine and some pearls, and one of the cards from the Graphic 45 Christmas Past collection, and some lace and buttons and pearls, and just tried to make it kind of girly and vintage looking, and that's for my sister. And then I also made this easel card, and I used Maya Road chipboard houses that I painted and then embossed and then covered the roofs with perfect pearls, and made a little snow village. And then I just have some flocked brown paper down on the bottom, and I just need to add a sentiment to that, but I haven't figured out exactly what I want it to say. So I'm going to work on that. And now I started my brother's gift tag, and I did the background exactly the same way as the background on the snowbird tag. And then once that was done, I embossed those snowflakes with silver embossing powder. And now I'm covering a piece of paper a white piece of cardstock that I sprayed with marshmallow glimmer mist. I'm covering it with an embossing buddy, and now I'm stamping it with embossing ink. And I'm using a snowman stamp from Inkadinkado that I will then stamp with black embossing powder. And I just love the Inkadinkado holiday stamps. I think they do a really great job. I like their stamps a lot in general, but they just have some really fun holiday stamps. So now I'm just heating up the powder to get it all black and shiny, and that'll give him a shiny top hat, and you'll be able to read the typography, but then he'll also be sparkly from the marshmallow glimmer mist, so he will look like he's made out of snow. And so now I'm just going to cut the whole thing out, and I cut out as much of it with my scissors as I could, and then I need to go in and do some work with the craft knife because there was areas that were very detailed. And now I'm going to take the swirl embossing folder from Sizzix and run some grunge board letters through it and get those embossed. And then I'm going to paint those with the Ranger metallic dabber in silver. And I actually really like these metallic dabbers. They do a really good job. The paint is nice and it does look like metal. So I'm just painting all the letters for my brother's name. And then I let them dry, and then I gave it another coat, and then I let that dry, so it was very silvery and shiny. I wanted it to look almost like tin or something. And then I took a variety of fibers from my stash, some white, some blue, some black, some silver, and threaded them through the top of the tag. I don't know why I did this before I put all the other elements together, but I did. And then I'm adding pop dots to the back of the snowman that I cut out so that he'll be dimensional on the page. And I'm going to put him in the bottom right corner of the page. And then I'm going to arrange the letters of my brother's name around him. So, you know, I didn't want to get too crazy, heavily embellished or whatever with my brother's tag. You know, he's a little bit of a simple guy. He's not into bling and things like that. So I went to military academy. Got to keep it plain. So just using a liquid adhesive to glue down the letters. I'm holding them for 30 seconds to make sure that they're really adhered well. Grunge board's not the most porous surface, especially the back of it, so I do find I need to hold it a little bit longer than I would hold, say, chipboard. And then with all the letters glued down, I'm going to go back in and add some pearls and bling to the centers of some of those circles surrounding the snowman. And that's going to give it more texture, more dimension, and more of a sparkly, snowy look. But the whole tag is very metallic, very shiny. It's really... So many of it, parts of it look like metal, look like foil. you know. So I'm going to add first a flourish, and I'm cutting up a Prima flourish. I cut up Prima flourishes usually. I think I've only ever used a whole one without cutting it at all one time. So I'm just cutting a piece off here and arranging it on the page so it looks like a snow swirl. And this is the white pearls and the clear crystals from the Satin Crystals, or Satin Pearls and Crystals, or something along those lines. And so that's how that looks up there in the corner. And so now, again, just going to add individual pieces to the centers of some of the circles. And some of the pieces I add are going to be crystal pieces, and some of the pieces I add are going to be pearl pieces, and that's just give it a fun look. And so that's my brother's tag. That's the last of the tags for my family members that I needed to do, and it's my last project before Christmas. So happy holidays, everyone.